Hi everyone, it's Dr. Ahmed Hafez with an NDEB update. It's March 31st, 2021, and today we have two new emails from the NDEB regarding the December and Feb participants. Let's get right into it. A little quick review. I know I say this and I talk about what happened a lot, so I don't want to repeat myself. Just a really quick one review. If you want more details, go back to the older videos. But basically, exam was in August 2020, AFK. This exam got delayed to December 2020. That's the AFK. Okay. Participants or students or dentists that actually wrote the exam in December, they wrote the exam, they went and did the exam, that the NDEB just said it doesn't count. Okay. So they voided this exam. Okay. Feb exam 2022 got canceled. 2021 got canceled. So they did not, it got canceled before the participants went to the exam. Okay. So that was canceled, and the December one was void. Okay. And we have an email that was sent to the December students and another email that was sent to the Feb students or to the Feb participants. And you can see here, I have them outlined. This is the December one on this side, and this is the Feb one on this side. So we're going to go through the December email first and just see, what can we make out of it, okay? So now we have an exam coming up in August 2021 for AFK. And as we said, December got void, and they said we will get you a seat in the next exam, so no refund. And the Feb exam were refunded. Okay, so that's the setup here. So why do I bring up the August part, that it was at that point canceled and delayed to December? Just because they mention it as well in the email. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to change my ink to red and go back to. All right, so we got it here. Okay, so the one on the left that we're talking about, the one that's that says December email. Let's see okay. So further to your participation, December 2020. Okay, AFK. We confirmed the date for your next AFK. So they have confirmed that there is the AFK happening. You are being offered a seat for the AFK on August 6th. So the exam August 6th, they're going to give you a seat. So everyone that did the exam in December and that exam was voided, they're going to offer you a seat. You receive this email. This examination will be delivered on paper at select locations across the country. So I'm assuming it's going to go back not Prometric, because they're saying on paper, and across the country. We'll see what they mean by that. As per our email dated February 16, 2020, then we will transfer you into this new session and there will be no examination fee charge. So pretty much everyone from the December exam is going to receive a seat in the August exam. So December students will be taking, let's call them A students, okay, will be taking and placed into the August. Now remember, when we talked about the August exam, the NDEB was saying that they're going to try to double the capacity. So I'm kind of confused now because they said on paper only. I'm not sure what their plan is, but before they said they're going to try to open both Prometric and on paper, right? So to double the capacity of what they were able to take in December. So that way they'll be able to probably take December and Feb students. So A students are getting a seat in the August exam. Okay, let's go back now and see. Anything else? Okay, to transfer you into the new AFK examination session, so it's not done automatically, you must complete the following survey. So, and it's not that it's no fees. Again, they're saying there's no examination fee. Yeah, they're saying like you're not going to pay again, obviously, because you already paid, right? But there's kind of just making sure that just because you register and do the survey, you're not actually needing to pay. Complete survey. Okay, so there's a survey you have to do and rank your choice of locations in order. So you get to choose between the location of where you want to do the exam in order. One student told me that they had 5, so they put 5 of them. where they want to do it. And they mentioned that it's only in Canada. So we will then proceed to transfer. So you're going to go do the survey. Let's go back here. The December students. You're going to do the survey. And you get to choose 5 locations based on your preference. So you might say, oh, I prefer Toronto first. You know, maybe I'm not sure if Western University is on there or whatever city. You put them in order. Then they'll see all that information and then give priority to the seats based on what? Based on your order of payment in the August exam. Okay, that was in 2020. That's what they're saying, because people that were in August, that registered since August, they were the ones that did the December exam, because that's when it was delayed to December. And then these December got voided, and now it's repeating in August 2021. So this goes way back to then, okay? So let's go back to the info here. So following certain rank your choice of location or preference, we will then proceed to transfer examinees to their location of choice based on order of initial payment for the August 2020 AFK. Okay, so that is pretty okay. So that's pretty cool. Locations in Canada based on order of payment in August 2020. Sure. Now the important part is the deadline to complete the survey is April 9. So now the December students have a deadline by April 9, okay, to decide if they wanted to take this exam. So that's pretty much like less than 2 weeks away, okay? So where are we now? Let me draw where we are now. We're here somewhere, right? In March, at the end of March. So we're just beginning with April, okay? What was that? Something flashed there. Okay, so we're just beginning in April here, right? It's March 31st, so we're 9 days away. So they have this much time to decide, which makes me think that maybe just after April 9, the registration will open for the Feb student. However, let's put that on hold for a bit. We'll talk about that later. So let's go back and see the rest of the email just to make sure. So they have until you have December students. Make sure if you want to get your seat again, especially my students or anyone that's did the December exam, that you went and you did this. Okay, so you click here to complete the survey. Sure. If you do not want to take the examination in August, so you have the option to not take the exam in August, even though you did it in December, please notify our office by email by April 9. That if you want a refund instead, once you are registered for the August 6 AFK. So even if you register for the August exam, like even if you do the survey before April 9 and you register, the NDEB will still set a date where you're allowed to withdraw from it if you want to. So they're kind of giving you some time, even after you register. They're going to give you some time to you know, decide to not do it anymore if you think it's if you want to reverse that decision. Okay, so it's a reversible decision at this point, by which you could withdraw for no fee. So withdrawing would be, you won't be charged any penalty to withdraw. However, after that date, you will be there will be regular fees if you want to withdraw. So basically, back to the December students. Okay, you have until April 9, and if you do register, okay, they're going to give you another date somewhere, obviously between April 9 and August, pretty much, you know, probably closer to the April and August. They're going to give you another date. So let's put this date as like an X here. Okay, let's make it maybe a green dot. It's a date we don't know yet, which is the with, let's say, what do we want to call it? Deadline date to withdraw for December students. Okay, so that's what we got. All right, so let's go back to the email. If you choose not to take the August 20, you will not receive priority registration for the future AFK session. So basically what they're saying is they're only going to do this once for you guys, okay? They're not going to, you know, allow this. They're not going to do this again. If you do not take your you know, your chance, your shot now, your seat now, they're not going to guarantee a seat in the future. This is your chance to get that December seat if you still want it, right? And, you know, all the disclaimer about the pandemic and stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much the main part about the December email. I'm trying to get to the point so I don't take too much of your time, let's see here what this could mean. So this gives me, there's a few signs we could look at here. We want to know, when is it going to open for everyone, right? When is the registration going to open? Registration opening for AFK. When is it going to open? Okay, well, I don't think it'll happen before April 9 now, right? So most likely, the NDEB wants to see how many of the December students, how many from the A batch are going to actually register, because they limit this only to Canada. Now, I have some things from some students here. Let me just kind of review this. Okay, so the best 5 locations you want, and then you wait. The survey will be asking you, just for students that are, thinking just to what to expect. The survey is going to ask you if you want to take the August exam or not. Okay, and by the way, and there's no European location. The options are only in Canada when you do the 5 options in the survey. So that's kind of good to know ahead of time. So that may actually cause some sort of, less people taking the exam. So maybe not all of A could get in, possibly, right? Maybe back in December, there was people all over that were taking the exam, maybe also Prometric centers, and maybe not all of them are going to be able to retake it if it's only in those locations, right? So I think the NDEB, what it wants to do is know how many of the December are getting in back into the August exam. So they want to know that by April 9. And if they could know that, then they know how many seats they have open to offer for the Feb students, or for opening registration. So opening the registration for the AFK in August is pretty much going to happen after April 9, most likely. There doesn't make sense for them to open it before, unless they have some sort of automatic system where they have the number of seats 10. If December student registers, they get a priority. If they don't, then it opens for the... I don't think they'll have that, just to prevent any more mistakes. They want to make sure it's kind of, things are organized. So they want to make sure all the December students decided. So there's 2 options. Either the AFK registration is going to open after December 9. I'm messing up with the words. After April 9, or after this withdrawal date here, the green date that we have. Okay. So maybe they're going to give another week or 2 or 3 for the December students to withdraw from the exam. Then after that, they may open the registration. So the opening of the registration may be April 9. Most likely it's not going to be on April 9. Or maybe the NDEB wants, a week after, just to kind of count how many it has. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks even after April 9. Or let's just say that green date that we have, right? The withdraw date. Okay, this date. So one of those dates. We don't know what that third date is. It's going to still yet to be assigned. Okay, so that is the December email. Now let's go look at the Feb email, because it gives us some other clues that we could learn from here, or kind of analyze as well. So, all right, so let me see where I got it here. Okay, I got this in a doc. I can't scroll down with this one. So further to your registration. So this is the one that's sent to the one that the Feb participants that did not write the exam, right? It was canceled before. So the Feb participants in 2021, that exam was canceled. This is what they received. Further to your registration in the Feb 2021, we are writing to inform you that we plan to administer an AFK. Okay, sure, that's already confirmed. We are currently working on securing seats. So it's not guaranteed. We are currently working on securing your seats to accommodate examinees who were registered in the Feb 2021 exam for the August 6, 2021. So what this means, I think, there is some kind of... Now, I could understand this in 2 ways. So one is they're giving some priority to the Feb students, okay, over the general students that just coming in. The second way I could look at this is that there isn't a priority, okay, because they're emailing the Feb students because there was already a relation there, right? Because they registered for an exam and got canceled. So the NDEB feels kind of obligated to just inform you of what's happening. And if anyone that's taking that just came into the process, planning to take their first exam in August, well, they don't really have, any kind of relation with the NDEB yet because they didn't really register for any exam. So the NDEB doesn't feel obligated to send them an email. So maybe it's going to be open for both, right? So maybe the registration that will open for Feb students so let's call the Feb students batch, let's call them B here, right? I think we did this in the previous video, B. And then the people that want to take the August exam that are new, that were not registered for the Feb exam, let's call them C, okay? Just to kind of put things, make it a bit easier. Now, before I do that, actually, how about we go through the email and finish it? So that's one part. The next one, the next paragraph says, you can expect to hear from us in late April with details about how we will proceeding with registration for the August exam. So that even makes it feel like more general, right? It's not like you're getting priority. Just we're opening the registration for the August exam. We'll hear from us in late April. We're contacting you because you registered before and we canceled it. Sorry, we feel that we need to inform you of when it will be open. But anybody else that just came in the first time taking the August exam, we don't really maybe feel obligated to contact you, right? To tell you, because you never even registered yet. So I don't know. I'm just saying maybe like that. So let's go back. So late April, they'll contact. So if you do not want to take the AFK in August, please inform us. Sure, okay. So that kind of makes it feel a bit prioritized a bit there. And then please note our frontline staff will not be able to provide any additional information. Basically, they're saying, please stop calling us. You're calling us so much. We're getting so many phone calls. No one's going to be able to help you. This email summarizes everything. Okay. That's pretty much it. So what is this? What the clue is here is that they're pretty much saying late April is when the registration is going to be open. So let's add a date here. What color should we add it in? Oh, I didn't use blue yet. So a date here somewhere in late April, right? So most likely it'll be then pretty clear that's in late April. So April 9 is the deadline. I'm not sure if the opening registration for the Feb students coincides with the withdrawal date, but that doesn't matter, right? So basically what the December students, the summary is December students, if you want to go back in, you have to start now. Just get it done. Make sure you're confirmed. Feb students, you'll have to wait until late April. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's look at, April 9. Let's kind of see, April 9 would be Friday. Okay, so April 9, let me give it 2 weeks, okay? So 16, 23rd. So I'm thinking maybe April 23rd would be 2 weeks. And April 30th even would be 3 weeks if they want more time. So, after April 20, just kind of be more alert of what's going to happen. That's when they're going to inform you of the registration. So the question is, the Feb students were given a refund. From what I've heard, students that were registered in Feb got a refund, right? So now these students want to try to get into the August exam. However, there is a priority for December. So let's say December have number 1 priority here, okay? Because they did the exam. Now, the way the writing of the email, it kind of makes it seem that there's some, priority to, so let's call them the Feb, the second priority goes to the Feb students, but we don't know yet. Since there was a refund done, maybe they're going to combine, they might be contacting the Feb students just out of, because they feel like somewhat obligated to keep in touch with you, keep you informed because you already registered before. But they may just tell you, hey, it's going to open. Like, for example, they may tell the Feb students, okay, we're about to open the registration soon, right? And then when they open it, it's open to everybody, both, B and C students, right? But maybe not. Maybe they're contacting the Feb students to actually give them priority into the exam, right? So if you go back, we are currently working on securing seats. So not everybody may get in from the Feb, but they're going to try depending on how many come in from December. Then if there is leftover, then they'll allow the August people, give them the batch C to give them the third priority. So there's two ways it could go, right? The first way is there's three kind of levels. December gets first priority, Feb gets second, then August gets third. The people that just came into this whole process, right? Or it could be December's first priority, Feb and August people, so batch B and C are equal, but the Feb people are just going to be informed of it through email because there was a previous kind of, kind of like transaction before, right? Because the Feb students registered. And then because think about it, if they do a priority for Feb students and they open it in late April, then they have to give you another deadline. So April, May, right? Somewhere in May. Then they have to open it again for general people, and then they give them a deadline. So maybe they're not going to do that. I'm not. So are they going to, create three levels? One is for the December open and deadline, then one for Feb open and deadline, then one for August students open and deadline. When I say August, I mean people that just came to take the exam the first time. Are they going to do that, or are they just going to, okay, December students, we're going to open the registration and then give you a deadline. Feb and August, we're going to open the registration and put a deadline, but the Feb people, we're going to inform you, maybe. Or maybe they inform them ahead of time. So honestly, we don't know for sure. But the email seems like somewhat promising that they may give some priority to they're trying to secure seats for the Feb. I think they're still thinking how to do it. And I believe that they're basing it on how many maybe register from the December, how many seats they have full. Another thing is, remember, the December students are only getting the, it says only in Canada locations. So that's another thing. So let me see if I missed anything here. Okay, so I think I went through everything pretty much regarding the email and the two. So that's it. That's the new information for today, everybody, and hope that benefits you. And again, if you need an AFK course, some students are coming late, and we're still trying to take them in to help them catch up with the program. If you're interested in any courses, AFK, ACJ, OSCE, even the DSCKE, the Specialty Core program, we're also helping many dentists pass that exam, and we have done that already. So if you're interested in any of these, let us know, and contact us at info@scholarsdental.com, and comment below if you have any opinion about this, and we could have a discussion. But I'm just trying to make sure everybody's informed, and if you haven't heard the news yet, then now you know. So December students, try to grab your seats ASAP so that you could do the exam again. Unfortunately, I know, but hopefully it's for the best. And Feb students, waiting till late April, then we'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully it opens up by late April. And then the students that just came into the August, you may get a seat, you may not. We don't know yet. But whenever there's an update, I'll let you guys know. I'm just going to review these one more time to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that's pretty clear. And I'm just checking if there's any kind of messages. Okay, so that's it for now, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with your studies. I wish everybody the best, and that they get through this process as simple as possible. Okay, have a good day, and have a good week. Goodbye.